Good morning, CrossFit Inconceivable family, or afternoon or evening. Welcome to my home. We'll be doing Saturday's workout in my living room. Keep in mind there is an option to do a 400-meter run if you choose. If you don't know how far 400 meters is from your house, figure anywhere from 90 seconds to 2 minutes for a running time. Should be right around 400 meters, maybe a little far, maybe a little short, but just go out and get a good run and come back and continue on with the exercise. The workout today is 3 rounds for time, no whiteboard, so I made my own. 40 hopovers, object facing, so you know, something, it could be as simple as a water bottle. You could use a box if you have a box. You're going to hop over an object. I'm probably going to use my rumble roller because I have it handy. 50 air squats and 25 push-ups. And we'll cover all kinds of different scales that you could use at home because we're unable to get into our gym space right now. Let's go ahead and start like we do every Saturday. We're going to do some rotations just to kind of warm things up and get ready to move. We'll do some head and shoulder rotations. Let's do 5 to 10 of those in each direction. Or maybe you do them today until you don't feel crunchy, whatever works best for you. Again, it's your workout. You'll get out of it what you put into it. Next, we do some arm and shoulder rotations. You might have to move your furniture like I did today. If you need a question of the day, something you could ask yourself is, what have you done to prepare, or what could you do to further prepare if we continue to get locked down, or if we get locked down further at home? Let's hug ourselves. Remember, do this 5 to 10 times, or whenever you no longer feel crunchy. Remember to tell yourself how much you love yourself. Maybe tell your family how much you love them, as maybe you get a little more frustrated and a little more cooped up. Hips, let's do some hips. Get those good and warmed up. We are going to be doing some push-ups today. Usually push-ups go fairly quickly in a workout, using a lot of those small shoulder muscles. So we'll also do some wrist rotations. Let's do those now. We'll get 5 to 10 in each direction again until nothing is crunchy or it doesn't hurt anymore. Whatever works for you. Some penguins, everybody's favorite. We look really silly, but elbows, you know, let's take care of ourselves. Get things moving around. Knees and ankles, especially if we're gonna run, spend a little bit of time, you know, rotating those up, getting those joints ready for movement. Possibly some ankle rotations on their own. I'm wearing my Vans today. I know those are some people's favorite. And on the other side, and then of course we're going to do the standard, let's get 5 to 10 air squats. And remember, air squats, feet are underneath our hips. We're going all the way down. Hip crease is below knee crease. Keeping our chest upright. Hands out if you want to for counterbalance, and all the way up. Watch your head. I have a chandelier in my living room, so I gotta be careful not to poke my head on that. But, you know, arrange stuff how you have to. 5 to 10 of those guys. And keep in mind, you don't have to keep up with me. Sometimes I don't do 5, sometimes I don't do 10. Just go as far as you want to, as far as you need to. You can always pause the video and do extras if you want to. Everybody's favorite, the Cossack. Try to do, you know, a few with the ankle on the ground, the whole foot on the ground, chest up as high as you can, get a good stretch. Already did squats with Nate earlier today, so really feeling these today. Let's get some with rolling the toe up. Try to keep that heel on the floor, not doing a very good job. And maybe get a nice hamstring stretch in there. And, you know, get 5 or 6 of those on each side. Good. We'll start talking about some hopovers. They're object facing. We're gonna do 40 of those each round. So put my hop over object here using the rumble roller. Again, watch your head in your house. You might do this in your garage. You might go outside. Might be a beautiful day outside. Go outside and do the workout, or find a space. Maybe go to a park. Lots of different options. Object facing. We're going to hop over our object, land lightly, turn around, and hop over our object again. Facing, not lateral. If you don't, you can always scale this by using a smaller object. You can go all the way down to just drawing a line on the floor. That's too easy. You could always get a bigger object. Or you could go all the way up to a box, or 20-inch box or 24-inch box, or maybe you go get a piece of firewood, or maybe you have one of your kids lay on the floor if you so have. But over, turn, hop again constitutes one time over. So is obviously 1 rep. The next action is going to be air squats. There's 50 of them, 3 rounds, that's 150. A lot of air squats. I'm going to start with the heels underneath the hips, toes slightly turned out, chest is up. Remember that string like a ballerina. Squeeze your bottom, squeeze your quads, set those hips. Push back and drop and lower. All the way down, big toe to toe heel, flat on the floor, hip crease below knee crease, and all the way back up. Remember to come to full extension at the top, squeeze your bottom. That constitutes 1 rep. We'll get 50 of those per round in each workout. As fast or as slow as you want to. If you want to work on mobility and flexibility, maybe spend a little more time in the bottom, push those knees out. I wouldn't spend a lot of time, but spend some time and just go through these nice and slow. Maybe work on full range of motion. To scale for the air squat, you could do something like, I'm going to sit down on this set of steps for my dog to get on the couch. If you lack some mobility, or just don't feel like doing full air squats today, just sit down on the couch, on the chair. You could use a living room chair or a dining room chair if you wanted. You could use your couch if you wanted. Use an ottoman. You could have your kids get on their hands and knees and sit on your children. Or you could just sit on an object. Remember, we want to keep our feet relatively close. And stand up, squeeze our bottom, sit back down. If you've got some hip issues or some back issues, this might be a good option for you today. Back up and back down. So all the way down, stand up, squeeze your butt, all the way up, constitutes 1 rep. I'd much rather you did this as a scale instead of trying to only go part way down as a scale. You tend to load your quads and your knees then instead of working your glutes and your hamstrings. The push-up, everybody's favorite. As our yoga instructors always say, drive through that ring finger and thumb. We want to get in that nice, move that out of the way, get in that nice plank position. Head up, there's nothing on the ground. All the way down, chest touches the floor. Elbows are, 40, 45 degrees out, in tight, close to the rib cage. Chest is down on the floor. All the way back up constitutes 1 rep. In the event that you're not going to be able to do 25 of those for 3 rounds, you could always roll yourself down where your knees make contact with the floor first. Roll yourself down, chest touches the floor. Roll yourself back up and work into that plank position. That's a good scale. In the event that that's going to be too hard for you, you could put yourself out in a semi-plank on knees and hands. Go all the way down, touch that chest to the floor, all the way back up. Constitutes 1 rep. That's a great scale. In the event that none of those are feasible for you, you can place your hands on an object, a coffee table, dining room chair, dog stairs, whatever it is that you might have. The higher you bring your body up to a vertical position, the easier it's going to become. So you could even do these up against a wall if you wanted to. This is a little narrow. For me, you want something where your hands are more underneath your shoulders, but this will work. So here I am in my plank, hands on the higher object, all the way down, chest touches the object, all the way back up, constitutes 1 rep. So those are the movements and the movement standards. If you're going to take the 400-meter run option, that replaces the 40 hopovers. So when you start your clock, 3, 2, 1, go, you'll go on your 400-meter run, come back, 50 air squats, followed by 25 push-ups. So you could do either one of those you want, or you could even do going to do a 400-meter run, 50 air squats, 25 push-ups, come back, do 40 hopovers, 50 air squats, 25 push-ups, 400-meter run, 50 air squats, 25 push-ups. I'm not going to do the run portion today because then you guys would be left staring at my living room. Not a whole lot of fun. And I'm probably going to only do 1 round since I already worked out once today and am going to an Olympic weightlifting competition, hopefully if it doesn't get canceled, in June. So I'm going to do 1 round with you guys, and then I'm going to turn you over on your own. I have no music because I don't know any royalty-free music, and you're probably going to listen to your headphones anyway. Or drive your family nuts, Spotify. So I'm going to use this rumble roller. We're going to get 40 hopovers. And before we do those hopovers, let's do some warm-up for those. So let's just do 10 small hops. Good. And we're going to get 5 tall hops. So bring those knees to the chest. Really warm everything up. Careful not to hit your head on whatever might be in your house. And we're going to get, let's do 5 hopovers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 50 air squats. Before we do those air squats, let's get some Spider-Mans. And you can just do these in place. I know normally in the gym setting we traverse. If you've got a big enough space, you can really kind of push that knee out. Maybe grab your own foot. Or you can go all the way down for those of you that are super flexible. And switch. Roll that around as much as you need to. And again, you can always pause the video and do more if you want. Good. We can do some Samsons here in space. Just reach up to the ceiling. Get that good stretch in. Hold it for 3 to 5. Switch and stretch. Good. Do as many of those as you need to. If you're gonna run, we're gonna do some toy soldiers in place. Just really reach up, try to hit your foot to your hand. Try to really point that heel towards the opposite wall or whatever it is. Might get 10 of those, whatever feels good. Good. Those air squats. Slightly turn those toes out, heels on the floor, big toe, little toe, heel on the floor, chest up, squeeze your butt all the way down. Let's do, I don't know, 5 or 6 of these. I like to use my hands and feel like I can go faster if I do it this way. Also helps me keep my chest up. And we do some more hip rotations here. Hips are a little tight. Did some squatting earlier today. Push-ups, 25 of those. Let's go ahead and we'll spend 10 seconds here in child's pose. Stretch that upper back out nicely. Remember, toes together, Drive those knees out wide, hands on the floor or on an object, whichever one's gonna work best for you. Push that object away. Try to keep those heels, your bottom on your heels. Hang your head. Stretch that upper back out. Again, you can spend longer in that or shorter in that, whatever it is. Maybe get a footstool. I'm going to use my dog stairs again, and I'm going to put my elbows up here, and I'm going to get some of that tricep and front rack stretch. It tends to be what gets sore when we do those push-ups. Triceps and maybe part of your chest. Hold that for 10 seconds. Good. Get that out of the way. Let's do some of those wrist rotations. Wrists seem to get sore when we do a lot of push-ups and stuff. You know, put those hands out in front of you. Put your weight on your hands. Get 5 of those in each direction with your fingers pointed straight ahead. Then turn those fingers out to the side. We'll get 5 of those in each direction. And find anything that's sticky, maybe just kind of work your way through that. Let's get, 5 in each direction with our fingers pointed back towards ourselves. Good. Let's flip over. Oh yeah, those are tight. Put those hands upside down. Push away as much weight as you can stand. Some people can stand a lot. Some people can't stand very much. Get those wrists a little bit nice. Good. Let's do 5 good CrossFit push-ups, or military push-ups, or whatever we're calling them these days. All the way down and all the way up. Or do as many as you can, strict. In the event that you're going to scale today, and whatever your scale is going to be, if you're going to do them on your knees, let's do 5 or 6 on your knees. Or if you're going to put your hands up on an object, here on my coffee table. Oh, that coffee table needs to be tightened down. Maybe not on the coffee table. Maybe the dog stairs again. We'll get 5 of those. All right. Now's your 2 minutes. Go to the latrine, get a drink of water, get whatever you need to do to keep track of your rounds. If you're going to do the run, maybe do another quick little 200-meter run, kind of warm up a little bit. And in 2 minutes, we'll 3, 2, 1, go. I'm not going to stand here for 2 minutes and wait. Maybe pause your video and go do whatever it is that you do for those 2 minutes. Keep it short. Don't want to cool down too much. Get a drink of water. Whatever it might be. I'm going to tie my shoes. Make sure I'm in a place where I'm not going to whack my head on my chandelier. And we'll get started. Remember, be kind to yourself. Don't